Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily. Welcome back to our breakdown. We are doing A Court of Thorns and Roses, chapter
A Court of
20.
Mist and Fury.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I can read. I'm not Feyre. A Court of Mist and Fury, chapters 20 through 24.
Yes, and if you're just joining us, that was the Smut Oracle. She does read quite a bit. I'm brand new to this content. What you're getting here is a brand new look, a brand new feel towards this kind of stuff. I'm new to reading, more or less, and I'm very new to this kind of content. If you like what we're doing here, please you can follow along by purchasing the book, clicking on the playlist, doing the whole thing. We've already done A Court of Thorns and Roses, the precursor to this book, and we're going to continue with the series so far. This one, thankfully, has set it up into sections that are more manageable and more thoughtful. In a moment, she's going to do the book breakdown, but you can join our membership. It's $2 a month. You don't get anything, but thank you for it if you do. Anyway, here she goes with the breakdown. Hit it.
Right on. Well, tonight we are diving into chapters 20 through 24 of Court of Mist and Fury, where a Sergi Mass basically asks how much character growth can we squeeze out of one trip to a murder cottage and an awkward family reunion. In chapter 20, Feyre walks into the Weaver's totally normal, definitely not made of human remains cottage to steal an object for Rhys. The Weaver is young, gorgeous, and singing a little ballad about murder while spinning people into thread, as one does. Feyre follows this magical tug through the house, finds a ring that's humming at her, pockets it, and the singing stops like a creepy ass movie. Never a good sign. Chapter 21 is pure panic to power pipeline. The Weaver realizes she's being robbed. Feyre lights the cottage on fire, climbs up the chimney like a pharaoh chimney sweep, forces herself out of a panic attack along with smashing a brick straight up into the Weaver's face. She hands Rhys his ring back and discovers, surprise, this was also a test to see if she could master her fear. And then he opens his mind to show her a memory of Ianthe, one of Luke's favorites, trying to seduce Rhys for power, because apparently today's theme is trauma bonding and boundary demonstrations. Feyre finishes the day by marching straight to Cassian and saying, train me, which honestly, queen behavior. Yep. Chapter 22, we get Mora's backstory, Light, a powerful female in the Court of Nightmares, treated like a brood mare and bargaining chip until she chooses herself, and Rhys and Cassian help her get free. Feyre apologizes for being distant, and Mora tells her not to let the hard days win. And then they head across the wall into mortal territory to start the Queen's mission. Chapter 23 gives us the Archeron family reunion special. Feyre shows up on the doorstep like, hey, surprise, I died and got upgraded to High Fae. Can I maybe use your house as political ground zero? Nesta's worried about Elaine's engagement to a Fae hunting lord. Elaine quietly sides with Feyre, and for once, her softness is what tips the scales. Chapter 24 gives us the Bat Boys walking into the mortal manor like the world's deadliest Abercrombie ad. Nesta bristles. Cassian calls her out for forgetting Feyre literally sacrificed her life for them. God, she's such a bitch. And like makes soft little conversation with Azriel about flying, and the group sits down to write a very polite, very ominous, hi, please give us your half of the Doomsday Spellbook letter to the Mortal Queens. So this block is one cannibal witch heist, one heroine choosing to become a weapon, one priestess getting exposed in 4K, kicking off found family trauma bonding, and the Night Court officially launching their Let's Stop Hybern diplomacy arc. So Luke,
yeah,
you ready?
Listen, you didn't come to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's go. Look, there's a lot to break down here. Okay, I've got my thoughts that I think did happen. Reading between the lines, in between the lines. For example, one little one. Ianthe lied to Tamlin about who Rhys was. Obviously, that's. Whew, I almost said something discriminatory. That's bitch
Let's
behavior.
not do that.
That's bitch behavior. That's bitch behavior. I say that's bitch behavior. A guy can be a bitch. I've been a bitch before. That's bitch behavior if that's true. But while I was reading this whole horrifically kind of hot scene, I was like, that bitch told Tamlin that Rhys was an asshole, and that's not what happened here. She's really the one. There's also political intrigue behind that, but it was just I need your thoughts on that. There's a lot to unpack here, but I need your thoughts. Am I like?
No, we find out that like yeah. So you know how like you had Amarantha and you're like, oh, she crazy, but I kind of like her.
Right.
Yeah. And then you're like, ooh, Ianthe. Like at the beginning of this book, you were like, love, so fun. Like her a lot. Yeah, she's the worst, actually. She's the worst.
I have met
because
sorry, go ahead.
Well, I should say because she's dangerous in that she's evil, but no one really necessarily knows that she's evil. Like she's the manipulative,
Right.
awful evil. At least Amarantha's like, yeah, I'm dramatic and evil and I love it. Everyone knows, like, bow to me. But Ianthe is like a manipulative
bitch.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I think I said this, I've met a lot of Ianthe's in my life. Like, when I first meet them in the first 15 minutes, I'm like, oh, yo, she's not your friend. Like, that one's not your friend. I promise you, that one's not your friend.
Right.
Whatever that person is whispering into your ear. Like, I met this girl on a date, and she was beautiful and fun. And then she told me her friend told me, it's like, oh yeah, my friend kind of told me to get on Hinge and try it out. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, your profile's pretty well put together. She's like, yeah, my friend helped me put it together. And I was like, okay. And then I met her friend. And I was like, that was selfish. And I heard the girl, I heard the backstory as to why she's now dating. And I was like, honey, that was selfish. Your friend is not your friend. Like, it was so odd. And I met this woman. I was just like, oh boy. And she's beautiful and smart. And she's just a maybe see you next Tuesday. Regardless. Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, it's a hot scene. Every once in a while, a guy wishes for that to happen, but not from that person. Just every once in a while, a guy will say, I'll be like, can you just take the fucking lead real quick? Just put, I mean, like get handsy, but she was doing it the wrong way.
Correct. But, yeah, so it is funny because like stuff like that happens to women all the time because she naked manned him. Yeah. Like, it's just the naked man, except she did it.
And it was very well described how naked man she was. And then she tried to walk up and, whatever.
Throw hands, place hands.
Well, I think I won't say it, but there's a famous Trump quote about grabbing her by the thing.
Yeah.
She tried, and he was like, bitch.
No, he broke her hand. He just was like, with his power, was like, nay.
No.
Also, don't be touching anybody else up in this court.
Yeah, if you do, I will ruin parts of your body that won't grow back. Like, it was like, yes.
Yeah.
Listen, that was the least important part of this story. we just waxed poetically for like 3 minutes on this. It's not even the most important part. The most important part.
But for the people who have been watching this, it needed to happen.
Yes.
Because you've been talking about Ianthe for a while. Yeah, so I'm sure everyone has been waiting for your reaction to this little event.
Right. I was like, I hate that chick. Anyway, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm not glad. Glad's the wrong word. I'm overjoyed. Which is actually worse. That's
even better. Not
like that Feyre kind of saw it the way she saw it. Right? It was a bait and switch. It was a swerve. Right? Because he's like, no, try to enter my mind. And then she asked the question, and he was like, okay. And he gave it to her. But let's talk about the important things. Okay. What is this between Mora and Azriel? Did I miss something? I must have missed something here.
There's like some longing. There's some yearning that's happening.
I couldn't tell if it was like hate or yearning. To be frank.
Yeah, so it's yearning. There's some yearning going on.
Okay, that was I can't read well or good. I can't do either.
No, it's just now becoming very obvious. So
Okay.
it's not you. I don't think you've missed anything yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
And which makes me. I mean, is there yearning? Is it like a Three's Company situation where Cassian likes her, she likes him, and then they don't know?
I
Don't
can't
spoil
answer
it.
that.
Don't spoil it, because Moore also says about Cassian a very like no, he's a dog.
He's the best man that I know.
Yeah, and so it's like Azrael likes her and she likes Cassian. Um, it's all very interesting. I also love about Mora in this situation where she's talking about how she grew up and everything, and she could have followed, for lack of a better term, the gold digger path, the Ianthe path in some ways. She could have, and she didn't. She's just her own chick. Like you said, she's the heroine of her own. She is the main character of her own story. As a matter of fact, she's the only other character in this book, or in the both books, I think, is the main character of their own story. Yeah, even Amarantha is not the main character of her story. She lets other people, especially
she likes to act like she is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And there's something about Amren too, where she's letting something else be the main character of her story. But Moore's just out here being the main character of her own story, which I love. I love that case. That's what I like about you. By the way, you are the main character of your own story. I hope you appreciate that about me. I am the main character of my own story. Fucking yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I like that Moore's that case, and you're getting more and more glimpses of it. A couple of pretty important things also. Cassian hitting her. I had it marked 255. I think it's page 255 in my book. Cassian hit her with the, bitch, you left her out in the cold. She had to figure all this out on her own.
Oh yeah.
Who are you to be such a bitch? Like, I was like,
I love that smackdown. I love that smackdown from Cassian.
Yeah.
So this
with
is
little amusement to be found now. Oh, sorry. I love this.
Yeah.
It says someone who let their youngest sister risk her life every day in the woods while you did nothing. Nothing. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway.
No, keep going, please.
Yeah, well, you did nothing. Someone who let a 14-year-old girl go out into that forest so close to the wall. My face was beginning to heat up. Your sister died to save my people. She's willing to do it again to protect you from a war. So don't expect me to sit here with my mouth shut while you sneer at her for your choices, for the choices she did not get to make. And it sold my people in the process. Bitch. That was awesome.
I know. So Cassian, there are people who are like, Cassian is the best man in this series. There are Cassian stans. They love him.
Yeah.
I
see that.
don't mind him, but in my brain, bless him, and this is controversial, he's a golden retriever, but he's dumb. Like, in my mind, he's kind of a dummy. Like, I love him. He's like the kind of guy who wears a tool belt but can't spell it. You know, like, he's a great general. He's the best warrior. But he's just kind of like a harebrained, like a goofy, kind of dumb seeming kind of guy. But that makes me so happy.
Me too, because it feels like, why didn't this happen before? Also, I can't find it, but Nesta gives her a clap back also. That's like an immediate, like, gotcha.
Oh, the whole time. Talk about like someone who's the main character of their story. Fucking Nesta.
No, I'm talking about Feyre. I'm talking about Feyre. Like, later in the chapter, like even further, Feyre hits her with something also. Yeah. And Feyre's like, but like, it's a full on sister to sister.
Oh yeah, because it was like, are you too good to eat our food? And she's like, I can't remember all the things that she says, but she's like, I can eat, drink, sleep, and fuck just as good, if not better, than I could before.
That's it. That was awesome.
I was like, ooh, okay, all right, like, little sis.
Like, that's something I would say to my brothers, not in so many words, because I'm not that good at the speaking, but it would just be like, It would be more something like, buddy, I'm bigger, stronger, faster than you, and you will never, and I mean never, be capable of taking me. And I hope one day you realize this, but until then, keep your fucking mouth shut. Like, it's something to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
yeah. It's awesome.
And I hope one day you try. Just try. Come on.
I don't hope one day you try, but if you do try, you will fail, and you will fail 10 out of 10 times. And it's not a matter of math; it's a certainty. No, and plus, like I said, I'd cut someone with a fucking like a knife through butter. Just God, the internet in 2006 really honed my skills on how to talk shit to people, and having two brothers.
Yeah.
So, I love so on chapter like 241, 240. We're going to the family home.
Yeah.
And Feyre's having this moment of like grief and doubt about Tamlin and about how the family made money from Tamlin. I thought that was really
right.
That's really kind of sweet. I mean, in its own way, because she's kind of coming to what we would call it. If you're going through your 5 stages of grief, it's the final stage, right? It's acceptance. It's like, yeah, this is what happened. This is and this was him going into the stage. Maybe the mountain hurt him worse than he could. It hurt me pretty bad. We just didn't talk about it, and he didn't want to. He stayed in that fight or flight mode even beyond the mountain, and didn't have the wherewithal to have a conversation. I thought that was actually kind of awesome.
Yeah, and it's like it might be that it's a conversation that needed to happen between sisters.
Yes.
Like, like it needed to be the right person to be able to process it.
Yeah. I don't think Tamlin has that companion. Like I'm talking about Tamlin was in that fight or flight mode. He like protect for the last 4 or 5 months straight. For sure.
And I guess I was talking about the actual conversation that Feyre's having with Nesta, where she basically says that, like, what she's come to realize about the whole situation, how she's coming to terms with it.
Yeah, it takes someone like it takes that relationship, and it's beautiful. It's kind of sad. It's beautiful. I do want to I'm going backward, by the way. I hope you can tell.
I can tell you.
Choosing to ride with Azriel in Azriel's arms.
Yeah.
I think that not only was a choice for Mora, as well as her not to ride with Rhys. Like, she could feel her feelings growing for Rhys, and so this is her being like, but then she's like, oh, Azriel, not Cassian, because we know Mora likes Cassian.
She's trying to be a wing woman, you think? Like a wing woman, get it?
All right, end it. We're just gonna stop right now. We just cut right now. No, yeah, hilarious. You're funny
because you didn't make it. Because you didn't make the joke.
You know what? You're right. I am mad because I didn't think of it. This wing woman didn't have my back in my own brain. Good job, Emily.
Thank you. I get one occasionally.
I do think there was some wing womaning there a little bit, but then also she's like, he touched my thigh, so and then you get kind of the culmination of that when he summons his own bed, which is awesome. Later in the book, I just think that's awesome.
But that moment, it's like kind of broke my heart a little bit too, because like she comes back and first of all, he's being such a slut, and he's like, oh, I brought you a couple different outfits I thought you might like, and they're all like lacy, strappy bullshit things.
Yeah.
And then she goes and gets changed for bed and comes back in, and he like warmed the bed for her, and she's like, oh, thanks for warming up the bed.
Yeah.
And
oh my god, this part hurt me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? And then he's like, yeah, for 50 years, like she never thanked me once. Like Amarantha never thanked me once for doing that.
That hurt me a little bit.
I know, right?
I'm not your prize to be won, said Jasmine.
And then also, while we're back at that same spot, before we move, because you're moving backwards, I have to mention Elaine. Elaine is now engaged to a like fairy hunter.
Yeah.
She has an engagement ring made of iron.
So this is kind of on the nose. I'm just going to say it. She's like with a white supremacist.
Exactly.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening here. She's with a white supremacist. And I was like laughing about it. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. They were like, you built the wall super high. And I was like, between like here in Mexico or what are we? Like, honestly, like, is that not what you thought?
When did this get published? Hold on.
It was after 2016. I guarantee it.
Well, I think it was because the first one was 2015. So when was this?
But yeah, his dad. While you look, his dad was like,
"Yeah, this is copyright 2016."
I thought that immediately. I was like,
"Way to go, SJM! Way to go!"
I was like, kind of on the nose. This white supremacist asshole. They're gonna deal with the threat now. Okay, so the dad going to this other city, not to his father, his co-parent, whatever, the other guy's house.
Yeah,
he went to, like, they make it a point to not truly know why he's there. They say that, like, they're like, well, maybe it could be for another reason.
It's dealing with the threat of Prithian, because like there's rumors and rumblings going on about some unrest and stuff that's happening in the fairylands that might affect the humans.
Okay.
So he's going to the continent, which is like where more of the humans are.
Right. I mean, I'm sure there's more human resources on the continent and there's like cities and shit. But what I guess I'm trying to say is, like, in the book, they make it out to seem like there's a point where it's after the conversation with Nesta about that family, that, I guess the four of them, the three guys and Feyre talking, they're like, yeah, they're talking about the threat over the wall. And it's like, are we talking about Elaine's dad's house, or are we talking about the wall, the actual wall?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. And so that's where my confusion might be. And if you cleared it up there, great. Anyway, I was like, is that?
Yeah. So, well, it's because what they said and then like what they were questioning were two separate things. So he said he's going to going to a meeting about the threat of Prithian. But then when the Bat Boys get there and hear about that, they're like, the threat of Prithian or the of Highburn? Because those are two different things.
There you go.
What do you mean, basically?
That's where my confusion came. I appreciate that. Yeah. Those are not the same.
They were confused too. They were like, what do you mean? What is the threat of Prithian? Like, what do you mean? Like, why not Highburn? Did they not know who the threat is?
So I have a huge point to make at the very end, but I need to remember this. Okay. I have a huge point because it shapes, anyway, how I read this. I was like, there's some hilarious hypocrisy here. But cycling back, we have like Mora laying on the edge of the bed, and she's like being like girl BFF, like we were talking about before. It's like, yeah, we got drunk last night and I'm feeling fine this morning, but they are tore up. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been the one who was tore up at breakfast.
Yeah. So it made me laugh hard because when you were talking about this last episode or the episode before last, you literally foretold this moment. So because you were like, that's exactly basically what you said is, I'm hungover, but they are way worse off than me. Like literally that happened in this scene. And I was reading it going like, Luke, I can't wait.
She's just like laying there too. Like I could see her on her phone just chilling. It's like, should I wear this? Yeah. And just,
like,
what's your past like? Well, I started in the nightmare place and fucking it was horrible. And I almost didn't get out, but hell, Cassian and fucking I got out. It's like, and she's just chilling on her phone, chatting. And then even Feyre's like, well, Anthony would have had opinions about what I was wearing. This bitch doesn't care. This is nice. I mean, she would tell me if I was doing something wrong, but otherwise she's just like, yeah, live your life. We're good. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's like, I don't care. Wear what you want to wear. Be comfortable. It's fine. Who cares?
And then we get to right before that, we get to the horrible essay scene and blah blah blah, and it's just like super 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 sad. But kind of hot, but super. It's like it is essentially written like a porno, unfortunately. Like, except for it doesn't end the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's only hot because you've never really read any explicit open door romantasy stuff before. So I think it's
that's
hot
fair.
because of the words that are used and the actual very graphic images that it elicits.
No.
And so I think that that's why you think it's hot. But like, to clarify for the random people that don't know you,
Yeah.
you don't think it's hot because it's essay. You think it's hot because you've never read anything that's written like that before.
Thank you. Yes, correct. I don't think essay is hot at all.
I know. That's why I'm clarifying.
But
but I think that as this was your first time reading something as graphically described as a woman totally naked, very well described totally naked, and what she is doing with her own hands.
You're crushing it.
While being naked.
Keep going. You're crushing it. Thank you.
So I think that is why you thought it was hot. Because it was written well.
Yeah.
And you've never really read anything written like that before. But I'm just explaining that for the strangers on the internet so that they don't think that you're into the non-consenting part of it.
For the strangers on the internet, I'll also say most of the people, I'll say most of the men I know have a complaint. And that complaint is essentially, will you do something? Sexually. So, about their companion. You know, that's an ongoing joke, is that like, oh, I've been married for 10 years and I've had sex 10 times in the last year. Like, that is the ongoing joke. And it's on both parties. But men that I know are just like, man, I always have to be the one that starts this engine. This sucks. Like, why am I always the one that has to start this engine? So it is intentionally written for the scenario to cover that, like, situation. Like, oh, this is a strong woman. Anyway, you get it. But that's kind of why I get it. Like, I'm calling it hot. But tell me there's better scenes in this book. Go ahead. You got it.
There are so much better. There's so much better coming for you.
Well, we haven't even... Come on, dude. You can't say it like that. What are you doing? What the hell's wrong with you? Hell's wrong with you?
I mean, I'm not going to take it back. So
the actual mind fuck that's coming soon is going to be dope. I can't wait for that because it's going to be like, you know, imagine if you could be in each other's minds at the same. Yeah, Jesus. Anyway, so the no, I don't. You got it.
I hear you, but also, for the men on the internet that are watching, if you've made it this far, congratulations and thank you.
You're a trooper.
But also, don't make fun of women for reading books like this, because you will get laid more frequently. Women that read books like this, the men that are complaining that they've only had sex 10 times in 10 years, buy her a romance novel.
Right.
Okay? Like, buy her a book and leave her alone. Maybe, like, shut up and let her be quiet and go somewhere by herself and sit down for 30 minutes uninterrupted and let her read a smutty book. You will get laid. You will.
Okay, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for those men also. Here you go. That same 30 minutes of time equals the 30 minutes that you put in. So we're in the same place after the same 30 minutes. Now, if you want to put in that work, brother, go ahead, do your thing. But we're in the same place. You catch me, men on the internet? We're in the same place. there are more ways to accomplish a goal than to. It's not a light switch. And buddy, you're not a light switch either, because I'm going to tell you, dude, just because you want to doesn't mean you're going to do good at it. So, just remember. Anyway, there are more ways to do this. I tell you, there are more ways to do this.
Preach.
There were times. Never mind. There were times where I knew what I was doing. And I was like, oh, I'll just, be thoughtful for the next 25 to 30 minutes. I will be a little bit more handsy, but not too handsy. Just let her know that I'm here. Then nothing more than that. Boys, fucking do better. Anyway, be thoughtful about your decision making if you want to get laid. It's not that hard. And guess what? She wants to get laid too. So just do it.
But also, everything has to start in the mind. Okay, women, you cannot cold start an engine. It doesn't work that way because we have multiple tabs open at all times and we don't know where the music's coming from. Okay, so we're not thinking about that. So if you want us to think about that, you got to start hours before, just kind of subtly planting the thought, dripping it in. And then again, goes a long way to let her have some time by herself. Be quiet.
Also, going back to what you were saying, this section and the last section of this book are excellent representations of the open tab situation. Mm-hmm. Like Reese is pretty. If they end up together, I certainly still hope they don't. But if they do, like Reese is being pretty thoughtful about all of this. He's not only giving her freedom on the surface or under the surface. He's also giving her room to complete her journey. Mm-hmm. Trauma bonds don't last in relationships. And he knows it, and he can tell. And he's got plenty of trauma to pass. Like, he could make it happen. Yeah. It's not that hard. Like, he could.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do it.
And every time that there's something that happens, I mean, I've lost count of how many times it's already been said in the book, but he gives her a choice every time. Mm-hmm. It is always her choice. It is never like, oh, I need you to do this. You're going to do this. Suck it up. It's time to do this. Nope. It's always on her timing. When she's ready, she has the choice and she gets to make the choice every time.
But he also is like, he's also giving her options.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, no. I mean, she gets the choice and he gives her options. Like, it's not just an open-ended thing.
Right.
There's like, it's not like, hey, do you want to go to dinner? Oh, I'll go wherever you want to go. Okay, well, we can go here, or here. Mm-hmm. Great. I want to go there. Fantastic. Let's do it. So options are important too.
Right. Options are super important. Also, that's like the Jedi mind trick. Whether it is being, sorry, I'm also a mom of a 4-year-old, which is why I'm like harping on the letting me be by myself and be quiet for a minute, because I never get that. So that's maybe ultra specific to me. But also, Jedi mind trick is works with kids, works with spouses, works with anybody. You just give people specific choices, right?
Yeah.
How if you husbands, if you want to stop having the where do you want to go? I don't care. Where do you want to go? I just want to eat food. Like, I don't care where, just wherever. You don't say that. You go, hey, are we going to Taco Bell or McDonald's? She will pick one.
Oh, she will.
Or she will go, this instead. But it's the actual options. It works every time. And it works with toddlers too.
It's like having a multiple choice test and none of the answers are wrong.
Right.
You just got to give them that multiple choice test and they'll pass. Mm-hmm. I got to go back a little bit in this book still, a little bit further, because we're in this conversation. She's got fat and soot and hair all over. She's just come back from this cottage, this death cottage. And honestly, when she talked about the birds chirping, I was thinking of that really famous song where it's like, I can't even whistle it, but you know what I mean? Where it's like, but anyway, it's a really famous kind of, you can see the birds chirping as they fly by or whatever. And as she walks closer, she's like, oh, the birds stopped. Well, they didn't stop. It's just not as good. This cottage is surrounded by death.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get there, one of my favorite lines is it's at the top of 228. He says, Cassian says, "Did you kill her?" That's such a Cassian line. So there are characters in fantasy, and we haven't talked about like roles in fantasy. There are like traditional ones: your ranger, archer types, your rogues,
right,
your warriors, your fighters, whatever you want to call them. Cassian is he's like a rage monster. Yeah, he's one of the rage monster characters that gets stronger with rage. That's like what are they called? If you didn't ask me 5 seconds ago, if I didn't ask myself 5 seconds ago, I would have been able to know it. Damn it. Starts with a B. Can't remember it. Anyway, comments, you got it.
Yeah, he says, "You kill her," and then Rhys answers.
Yeah.
And he says, "No, but given how much the Weaver was screaming, I'm dying to know what Feyre darling did." So, like, he doesn't even know what happened.
Right. And then we get into the escape plan, which is awesome because to get out of the area, she's like jumping tree to tree like Spider-Man or like a character from Naruto. That's a reference lost on you. But in Naruto, they have these like leaping, like scenes of them leaping between tree branches. That's like, they do it for hours. It's hilarious. And you're just like, boy, they must have been bored.
No, I love it.
The climbing out through the chimney is I did not see that coming.
Going through the chimney, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea that was happening. Like, honestly, I was like, there's no way out for this bitch. And then I was like, I would not climb the chimney.
I love the imagery of the different choices of animals. So the whole time as she's like going in there, she's like, "I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf," which is hilarious because she killed the wolf in the first book. But yeah, she's like, "I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf." But then the Weaver's like a spider. Yeah. So everything that, like the cottage, how it's set up, how it all supposed to lure you in, it all looks so picturesque until you actually start looking at the details, and then you're like, oh wait, that's not a thatched roof, that's human hair. Like, oh god, like it looks so idyllic and beautiful and great, and then she's just in there singing a little song, and it's like kind of a creepy murder song the whole time.
I loved it.
And then she's like sitting there spinning a wheel, which come to find out she's like made thread from people.
The thread was made of people.
It was literally the thread made of like people's skin and hair and like grossness. And then as she picks up the ring, then the singing stops. It's like, this is like such a great, I don't really read horror or watch horror movies, but like reading this for the first time, I was nervous because it's written really, really well, right? So you're like, she's trying to like sneak away, and the slower the wheel spins, like the closer the door starts to like close. Mm-hmm. And then she grabs the wheel and the door goes and everything's like shut and she's locked in there.
Right. It's similar to Harry Potter when the music is playing for the three-headed dog at the end of the first book.
Mm-hmm.
My mother.
Yeah. That's a really good. Yeah.
My mother tells a story. I probably told it here before, but she tells a story of when she was a little girl, and she was staying at her grandfather's house out in the holler. Have I told this before?
No.
Oh, okay. So she was staying in her grandfather's house in this holler in this cove, right? And she was probably 4 or 5, I think, or 3 maybe, and the bears had gotten into the chicken house. This is out in the Appalachian Mountains, so you imagine big black bears. They got to the chicken house, right? And so my great grandfather called some of his buddies over to shoot the bear because they can't be killing the chickens, right? Mm-hmm. And so they're all sleeping. All the kids are sleeping in the living room, and the crickets stopped, and she could hear nothing. And he turned to her and he said that the bear's outside. And I can't imagine it. It would be wild. Mm-hmm. I imagine she was frightened more than anything.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing. Is this like,
I know, right? It's so well written. I love it.
And she's like tiptoeing through, and she had been on guard many pages out. It's like she made it a point not to talk with leaves and sticks, and she creeps through the door, and she like is somehow summoned to this item that longs for her. And to think that there's other items within that cottage that also represent the High Fae might come back to bite them in the ass later. Might not, but I imagine it would, because every other the High Fae has an item from in the Weaver's cottage.
So let me get to where the object was, because it made me laugh, made me think of you. Because the object, as we find out what the object is, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna read a little bit. Okay.
Hit it.
Says, I rose on my toes to examine the shelf, an old leather knife, books in leather that I did not want to touch or smell, a handful of acorns, a tarnished crown of ruby and jasper. Were you like, fuck yeah, it was a crown? I knew it. I knew it. And a ring. You were so close. Like literally, it was dangled in front of you, Luke.
Yeah.
You were almost going to be right in your prediction, but you were wrong.
But then they went the Harry Potter route, and it's the ring. Yeah. Which is...
Or the Lord of the Rings route, depending on...
Well, the ring in Harry Potter is the mother's ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not his mother's ring, but anyway. It's...
Right, but
the crown was there.
This is Reese's mother's ring.
The crown was there, and I thought, and I imagine all those other items were like the books are Tamlin's, and when she's like, I didn't want to read them, like because they're Tamlin's, obviously. Like I was like, okay, this all makes sense to me.
I didn't think that, but that's hilarious.
Fuck that guy.
And next to acorns, well, that's got to be something from the Autumn Court,
right? Right. And
I did not think about that, but that's fucking hilarious.
It's and the crown is from somebody else, like the Summer Court or something.
Well, the rubies, you're gonna find out where it's from soon.
Dope.
Yeah. So that really tracks. I had not put that together. Even while I was reading it, I had not put that together.
Yeah.
But you're right, Luke. I think you might be right.
Yeah. So she's in there, she gets trapped, she's like, I gotta go. She scurries up the chimney, and she's climbing up, and then she starts freaking out, and she's almost to the point of complete trauma stop. And then she's like, it's either in herself or she feels it from outside. I think it's within herself. I want to say it's within herself. That's awesome. Has to be. I love that. And she forces her way out. And like you said, we talked about it the last time. If you're feeling depressed or buddy, accomplish something. If you're feeling like you need attention, accomplish something first. Go do something for yourself. And if you still feel like you need attention, then let's think about it. But like, make your bed, make a healthy, good meal, go for a walk, do something for yourself, accomplish something. This takes it to the nth degree. This is like end of trauma. Boop. Like, but that is what happened here. And it's cool. It was a cool scene. It was scary. It was frightening. It had all the makings of the intense serial scene from the first book. Similar vibe, a basically undead creature walking up on you. Similar vibe here, only this is a spider.
Yeah, and she had like some it's like she looked beautiful and young, and her hands were beautiful and young, and then when she turned around, her face was just like, a disaster.
Right. I'll say there's a few other parts of this section that we kind of skimmed over. When Feyre realizes that Lucian's exhaustion of Ianthe was on purpose. I'm glad I said I don't think that Lucian's going to end up with Ianthe, because that does not make sense to me. That's right.
So yeah. Now you understand why people are like, I don't want to be around her.
Yeah.
The men specifically are like, no.
Yeah. There's the very moment at the end of the section where they're talking, like, and I imagine, like, I'm looking top down at this scene where she's on this massive bed turned towards a window, and he's on like a twin bed pointed towards the door, and they're just like chatting or whatever, and they both joke and say that they think Nessie could take Cassian in a fight. Come on, that's gay BFF bullshit, and I love it.
It is pretty cute.
I have girl best friends, and so I've had that exact situation.
So what I love about the way that this chapter groupings are is we have, but they're perfectly bookended with them doing like bantery, cute, sexy, flirty BFF stuff.
Mhm.
So like getting ready to go into the Weaver's cottage, he knows that she has to go take care of business. And so he intentionally riles her up at the beginning of these chapters. Like he riles her up intentionally so that she can go and not be in her head about this like massive thing that she has to go do.
Right.
And you get one of the best lines that women love in these books, which is when he very flirtily says to her, did you enjoy the sight of me kneeling before you? Yes, we did. Okay, so yes, we did. And then at the back end, same thing again. He's like flirting with her. He gives her the like barely there stuff to wear it in the house because he knows she's about to go. She's at home for the first time where all of that like trauma and everything happened. First time she's seen her family since she became a Fae. He knows that. He already is like, look, I'm glad your family's helping and all, but I probably will never not want to just punch them in the face for everything that they've done to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have that one to me, and I love that moment. It's beautiful. And to me, like, I've had female friends tell me stuff that had happened to them, and I was like, God, I wish you hadn't told me. That makes me want to go to jail for something I want to do. Please, like, I wish that hadn't happened. Don't let that happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let that happen again. I don't care what you have to do. Don't let that happen again.
And that's kind of the moment that they have at the end too. Is he's like, I'm glad they're helping, but also can't say that I will ever like them.
Yeah.
And as they're like, it's just good. It's just bookended, really nice. Kind of interactions.
You got a fantastic point. Now, my big point in this whole section.
The thing you can't forget. You didn't forget, did you?
I didn't forget.
Good.
The entire time I'm reading this, I would get to the point. We get to the end. And as much as I have the highest distaste for Nessa's attitude and the whole situation and how much they're being looked down on and all this other shit, their entire fear, the reason why they're scared, is literally outlined 2 chapters before. They don't want to have to deal with the Weaver. That bitch is scary. So like, while I understand, I understand, I don't understand their prejudice. I understand their fear. Mm-hmm. Because we literally read a chapter about this chick who was making shit out of human or the remains of a body. Mm-hmm, right? Mm-hmm. We dealt with Amarantha already. We dealt with the Bone Carver. We dealt with people who are so vicious, who are Fae. We have not dealt with human vicious people. I hope we do, because I want that to kind of even out. I want it to become part of the narrative, in that there are, regardless of your race, freedom is intentional and for real. And I think that should be important. But, and the Illyrians, we've met these Illyrians that are like Spartan savages who are just absolute weapons and dogs, and they treat their women like, and it's like, buddy, this is what the humans are afraid of. We've read about this. They have every right to be afraid. Honestly. But their prejudice isn't okay. And so it spoke to me because I read this straight through.
Remember when I told you that what's great about Sarah J. Maas is that no one is entirely right.
No. Well,
no one is entirely good.
I'm right for reading it. But yes, none of the characters. Yes. Yeah, none of the characters.
Yes, Luke. Luke is the most beautiful High Lord. Luke is the most cunning High Lord.
I'm cool with thoughtful. Just thoughtful. Okay. Most thoughtful High Lord.
Luke is the most thoughtful High Lord.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What really grinds your gears, Peter?
When people discount my thoughtfulness. God, that's actually my biggest pet peeve. They'll say something to me and I'm like, I'll tell them something, and they'll say some sort of rebuttal, and be like, I need you to understand. I already thought about that, and that's the reason why I told you. I already thought about it. You don't need to. Yeah, I did just do the thing that they write about. What do they say? They
Kiss.
say, well, they say it in the book. They're like, they kiss their teeth, or they do something. They suck their teeth.
Mm.
They do it. Yeah. That's my biggest pet peeve. I'd say is like, yeah, I already thought about that. Do it anyway. I don't care about your reservations. I already thought about it. Yeah, but what if you're wrong? It doesn't matter. I
need you to take a personality test called the Enneagram.
No.
I need to know what your number is.
No. Why?
I need to know.
What's it?
I need to know.
An Enneagram sounds pervasive.
Listen.
Why?
The Enneagram is one of the best personality tests ever made, because it's nothing to do with like whether you're an introvert or an extrovert or blah blah blah. It's based on your internal motivations.
Okay.
It's a personality test where you get sorted based on like what your motivations and what your intentions are, and like the thing that you value the most and the thing that you kind of fear the most.
Yeah.
So it can tell me a heck of a lot about a person. And yeah, I'd just be really interested to see what your number is after what you just said.
I will also say that my second biggest pet peeve, and so in you indulging me with telling you my second pet peeve, I'm happy to take this test. I'll even put my results online. I don't care. If they're okay. If it comes back that like, oh, you're a Dahmer clone, I'm gonna be like, ooh,
not gonna say that. Every number is fine. Every number is good. There's no bad numbers.
So,
and if there is a bad number that gets the worst rap, it's an 8, and I'm an 8. So I'm the worst. You don't have to be the worst. So it's fine.
I think you're a 10. So I don't know what the fuck that is.
You are the sweetest, dumbest. I love you.
I should have said something about you're the only 10 I see, but I didn't. It didn't come up. Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah, thanks.
Second pet peeve. Go.
Second pet peeve is I am 100% golden rule oriented, but I never haven't been. Like, my expectation is you to treat me exactly the way I treat you. So if you don't treat me that way, then I'm like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm going out of my way to put you in a position to win here. Let's return the favor so we can be super successful. And guess what? If I put you in a position to win, my expectation is for you to win and then help other people out. No, I was trying to. No, fuck you. I've already done all the work. You just have to win here. Anyway, there's a lot.
I need you to take this test.
It's so sad. Like, I've got examples. It's terrible. Like, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a copy of the test so you can take it.
I once sent a ticket to IT, right? In a former job. I probably said this before, but I wrote, I'm pretty IT savvy. I've got 3 monitors in front of me and blah, blah, blah. And it was something I couldn't address at work. I didn't have the capability to, because ownership is a thing for some reason. So I wrote out what my problem was, what I think I wrote out how I came to my problem and what I think the solution is in a ticket, right? To people who are accustomed to receiving, how do I change this document into a PDF? I sent them like the full, diatribe, a Tolkien novel's worth of info. Okay.
And I bet they called back and said, well, did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
You know what? That would have been bad, but no. They said, okay, great. Let's have a meeting about this. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, we don't understand what's going on. And I was like, okay, great. What's your first question? And they sent me their first question. I was like, that's funny. That's addressed in the first sentence of the fucking email. Read my emails, you disrespectful prick. I do that to you. And then I just let him have it. I was so mad. I was like, buddy, you got to treat me like an adult, because I'm treating you like an adult by putting all this fucking information. I don't need to have an email. Just do what you need to do so we can move forward. I put you in a position to win here. You get a free win. You don't have to do any of the work. You could just try the thing I told you to, or try anyway. Oh, God, I'm treating you with thoughtfulness and caring, and you are not respecting my time. I hate you. Anywho.
I need you to take this test. Don't worry about it. I'll send it to you, and it'll be fun.
Do it. Yeah. Golden rule stuff it's important. And I often, when I have broken that whatever thought process, I feel bad for days. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'll get a good sleep and I'll feel better tomorrow. No. I think about it way too long. I'm like, God damn, they're right. I didn't. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, internet. If you're here, you can throw in the comments what number you think, what Enneagram number you think Luke is.
I bet about 55. I'm thinking 55.
It's only one. It only goes 1 through 9. Okay, so 1 through 9. So the fact that you called me a 10 was like chef's kiss.
Okay, I had no idea. Like, yeah, 16. Like, what are we doing?
I know you have no idea. Just sometimes the thing you say are just like perfect, Luke.
I'm probably a 2.
I can't wait for you to take this test.
I'm the second child. They call me Deuce sometimes. That's not true. They don't call me Deuce ever.
Yeah.
Listen,
I seriously have never heard anyone refer to you that way. So cool.
No, this is a very kitchen couch conversation. So I appreciate that. This is what it looks like right here. Get it?
Yeah. Next set of chapters is chapters 25 through 29.
God damn. Okay.
It sounds like a lot, but it's honestly shorter than what you just read. So it's only 30 pages.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's, more chapters.
I will say, when I got to this one, I flipped to the 25 because I go ahead and mark, where I'm going to start the next chapter.
Right.
I was like, this is 50 pages. Okay. I needed to plan better. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. We really super appreciate it. We are what again? 25 through 29?
25 through 29, yes.
Great. We don't really know what's next. We're just at the human house and we're getting ready for the queen's response to the question.
I know what's next.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But like I said, if you like, check her out on this at the Smut Oracle. She does daily content and fun stuff, sometimes daily. I don't know. What do you do?
I do content as I can, considering I have a full-time job and a husband and a child.
Okay.
But pretty consistent.
And you'll find fantasy kind of bullshit that's happening on this. We did a Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 trailer reaction today, and then the Mighty 9 season 1 episode 6 reaction. That's doing pretty well right now, so we're going to continue on to that. If I don't have anything else, I think that's it. So later, taters.
Peace.